Hi, are you studying for your Praxis Elementary Education Fundamentals 8005 exam and specifically struggling with the life sciences section? Well, my name is Megan and I'm a test prep expert here with study.com, and today we're going to go over a couple of sample questions to get you ready for that exam. Let's hop right in. A fourth grade teacher wants students to understand why cells are considered the basic unit of life. Which classroom activity would best support this understanding? A, showing students diagrams of plant and animal cells without discussion. Anything without discussion is a terrible idea. That is not how kids learn. B, having students observe onion cells under a microscope and compare them to whole organisms. Anything where you're observing and comparing is an automatic good sign, so we're going to save that one. C, asking students to memorize the names of cell organelles. Memorization is a good tactic, but it's not going to help you understand why cells are the basic unit of life. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate that choice. And D, watching a video about multicellular organisms only. This is just a little too broad of a concept to get across the lesson she's looking for. So we are going to go with our answer B. Our next question, students notice that offspring plants grown from the same type of seed show slight differences in height and leaf size. Which explanation best helps students understand this observation? A, environmental factors and genetic variation influence traits. We know this is true, so we're going to go ahead and keep it aside. B, all traits are inherited exactly the same from the parent plants. We know that that is not even true. C, mutations only occur in animals, which is not true. And D, traits change because plants want to adapt. The phrasing here, want to adapt, is very misleading because plants don't want to do anything. Plants do it because they need to. So we're going to go ahead and eliminate that one. And our answer will be A, environmental factors and genetic variation influence traits, which we know to be true in humans as well. A teacher asks students to sort pictures of animals into groups. Which student grouping best demonstrates an understanding of scientific classification? A, grouping animals by color. No, because we know animals come in tons of different colors, even in their own species. B, grouping animals by habitat only. Not the best way. That's a little broad. C, grouping animals based on shared physical characteristics, such as having backbones. This is an amazing way to sort them. So we're going to keep that one aside. D, grouping animals by personal preference. That is probably the worst way to group any animals. So we are going to go ahead and say C, based on physical characteristics, such as having backbones. All right, and our last question, after introducing a new predator into a local ecosystem simulation, students observe a decline in one prey population and an increase in plant life. Which concept is best illustrated by this outcome? A, photosynthesis. We know that's not true. We're talking about prey and plant life. So that's a relationship between two things in an ecosystem. So we know photosynthesis is not going to be it. Food web interaction, that already sounds really great. And population balance, yes, that's exactly what's going on here. So we're going to keep that one aside. C, animal life cycles. We know this is not true, as we're also talking about some plants. And D, genetic inheritance. So we know D is not correct, because again, this is talking about the relationship between two things in an ecosystem. So we know that our answer is B. Even taking a couple of minutes with me to review those questions has helped you on your way to acing that test. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head to study.com for our Praxis Elementary Education Fundamentals test prep course. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe for more targeted test prep. Have concerns about another competency? Drop them in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and good luck on your next exam.